Thinking to myself, like, what the fuck is going on? Asking God for help, like, what the fuck I'm doing wrong? He ain't giving me no answers, I figured it out myself. Got tired of asking questions, I'm tired of looking for help. Man, I can't win for losing, I'm steady taking these losses. Had to bury greed and chinks, same week, 2 different coffins. Man, that shit'll traumatize you when it ain't trying to. Everybody shedding tears, you trying not to cry too. They say they feel my pain, but they don't know how much I'm hurting. Mama told me pray, it usually help, but it ain't working.
You're now rocking with Terrence Sale on Flint's #1 online podcast, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.
Your boy, Terrence Sales, a.k.a. Mr. Speak for the Streets, a.k.a. Big T, and you locked in to the #1 podcast in Flint, Michigan, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets. With my co-host, LPZ. We the new dynamic duo. We speak for the street. Peace. Hey, what's going on, Eric, man?
What's happening?
Man, shit, man. Just feel out the dark, you know. Shit, we come over there and talk a little shit. We gonna talk about just the vote, the election today, and we will also touch on because you was able to vote today, man. It's
Not yet.
being a disabled, man. That's big, man.
Not yet.
Big.
4 o'clock
Big.
is when I'm leaving.
Oh, you not? Oh, okay, not yet. Okay,
Not yet. So
okay, you going though?
Yeah, keep the phone hot because, if it doesn't turn out well.
Hey man, you let me know if it don't turn out well. We're gonna put them on blast. We're gonna put them on blast. Shit, man. We can get into it, man. I got a couple of videos loaded up, man. We'll show the first one, then you come back and explain it. Let's go in right now. Let's go.
All right, cool.
Is it going now? Yeah, it's live now.
What's up, world? Eric Patrick Thomas broadcasting from my polling station, and I have behind me is the technology that's supposed to enable to allow me to vote privately and independently. As you can see, that's the machine. Okay, kind of back. But they do not have this type of system puff. No mechanism for me. I'm unable to move my arms or my legs. So I want to vote independently and privately. And there's nothing that's here for me to allow that. And I know you're listening over there and you want to think, why not an absentee ballot? Well, if I even did an absentee ballot, then someone would have to still fill it out for me. Not only that, when you do an absentee ballot, especially someone that's visually, that you can see, I use a wheelchair. If I'm not in public and out at the polls or wherever with inclusion, then change will never happen because you have to be starting to see people because they'll just say nobody ever comes in here that uses a wheelchair. So I'm here, I got out of bed, I've been on bed rest, this is very important. I've talked to a lot of people at the voting thing and they feel they were 100% behind me. These are voters that not to vote because there's people that died for this right. They fought for this right to vote, but the mission is to vote independently and privately, and that's not happening. So my voter right was denied. I was not able to vote privately and independently. I've been posting all day today. Everybody else out there has been sharing the story. It's been great. I just wanted to chime in to let you know what's going on. I've had a lot of phone calls today, so there is action and there will be change. That's one thing that my name stands for is empowering resilience, inspiring change, and that's going to happen. I've been in this precinct for 6 years and there's been no change. I cannot be part of the problem anymore by letting someone else help me vote. I have to be part of the solution and the change. So, not voting. I want to vote, but I'm denied because they don't have the technology for me to use. So I use this chair. Sip and puff, that's how I control the chair. They don't even have that. This machine's not even turned on right now. So I'm just chiming in. I wanted to let you know what's going on. Thanks for all the support. Please keep sharing. Tell everybody. Let's get change. Let's go by 2020. It's going to be all different. Eric Patrick Thomas broadcasting live from my polling station in Flint, Michigan. Once again, thank you.
You're now rocking with Terrence Sale on Flint's #1 online podcast, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.
So, E,
Yeah.
what was that first video all about?
I got out of rehab March 20th of '98,
Okay.
and when I started to go voting, going to the polling locations to vote, basically the people that work the polls, they would say, "Well, your caregiver, the person that's with you, can mark the ballot for you." I didn't know any better, like at that time. I wasn't advocating yet, so every year I started learning more about my rights and being more empowered, and then starting to understand that they're supposed to have equipment for me to vote private and independently. So go 20 years later, I think that's what it was. Uh, I was I was ready to vote, and I called the city clerk, and they said it was going to be that everything was there properly, that it was going to be that everything was correct, the technology was there. But when I got there, it wasn't, and the machine wasn't even plugged in. And I basically would just said, "Look, I got to do this." I went Facebook Live inside the polling location, which is like a no, like for real. You know what I mean? And I just had to do it. I had to take a stance. I was tired of being the problem because I would start making these YouTube videos and Facebook, and I'd say, "Oh, I'm going to vote. I'm ready. It's gonna be different." And I'd come back and I'd have the same results. This time, I wasn't messing around. And I said, "It's going down this time, and I'm gonna record it." And so that's why I recorded it, so I had evidence to be able to share all over, to share to different civil rights groups and things like that. And it did. It went all the way to federal, to you name it, ACLU, to Women's League of Voting, lots. But it wasn't until Michigan Protection Advocacy really stepped up for me. So the reason why that was recorded was to help support the the discrimination that was happening. I was saying no.
Okay, yeah, that's big. You said you got in there and the machine wasn't even plugged in.
Wasn't even plugged in.
Yeah, the nerve of some people, the nerve of disrespect, man. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
disabled community, man. I'm glad they got you. You know what I mean? You got somebody like you fighting for that community, man. You know what I mean? I don't mean to get sound harsh or racist or mean or nothing, but you got people advocating for the LGBTQ community. You know what I'm saying? Why not have people like you advocating for the disability community, man? You know what I
oh,
mean? Because they pour, you know what I mean? Not, not to get off the subject, but they make sure the LGBTQ ABCDEFG motherfuckers get they just do. So you know what I mean? So I commend you, man, for everything you're doing, man.
yeah. Thank you. Since I've been out of rehab, when I went to the Disability Network and I met Mr. Zelli, Mr. Mike Zelli, who passed away like 3 weeks ago. Uh, Strong advocate, huge advocate in this country for people with disabilities. That's where I got my start. He was just like you. Man, I was 20 years old. Just got shot. My world was rocked. Barely could even breathe. We're in a,
Hey,
it's just
Eric,
yeah.
if you don't mind, man, give the people a little background of what happened, man. Why you got in the situation you was in the you was in an accident, you was shot, what?
No, yeah. I had a hip hop group called Miscellaneous that we were celebrating our music release like project. This is back in '97, and we had it at the house though, so we didn't have it at
Okay,
a professional settings. But I went
okay.
outside to check the parking lot just to make sure everything was cool. When I was coming back to the house, right in front of the steps, and then someone pulled a gun. They opened fire, and I
Got
got
hit.
hit in the
Okay.
neck and the third and the fourth vertebrae. But there is a graze line in the back of the head. Since they shot me from the backside, I think once like the sound went off, I went like that, turned to my left.
Right.
So
It
uh,
saved their life, huh? It probably
yeah,
saved their life.
because it probably would have been a dead on.
Yeah, it would have been a direct hit to the head.
Yeah,
9 times out of 10,
yeah,
you ain't surviving no headshot. You know
no,
what I mean? Hey man, so I'm a true and firm believer that God makes everything happen for a reason, man. I don't
Yeah,
question him. You know what I mean? I don't. You know what I mean? Maybe so that's what what you're calling, man, to be an advocate. You know what I'm saying
yeah,
for disability. You know what I'm saying? I can't never question God. Sometimes I want to question him, but I can't. I'm firm and true believer that everything happens for a reason. We just don't know
yeah,
for that reason at that. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me.
yeah. I mean, I
But
was just performing on one stage, and I just, started performing on a different stage for people with
yeah,
disabilities. Just, but actually being able to see like the quality of their life change,
right,
like making a difference. I mean,
right.
there's so many people that that's received a lot of help from this situation that happened.
And man, that's
And I
good,
met a lot
man.
of people. A lot of things happen. I
Yeah,
met a lot of people. I wouldn't change it for anything because it's what makes you today. And you
yeah,
might not meet somebody that you might. There's been weddings. There's been relationships, babies born. There's just so many things that's came from it. That that's part of the circle or that journey of your
man.
life.
I
And
mean,
Inspire. Look at the
yeah, man.
Inspire brand.
That's the name of your company, man. Inspire, man. And you definitely inspire people, man, especially with your TikTok videos and stuff like that, man. That's why I be saying social media is a gift and a curse.
Yeah,
People in a position so they can't get out. It's a gift. You know what I mean? You got a voice, man. You still got a voice. You know what I'm saying? It's a curse when people use it for gossip and other bullshit and all, but it's a gift when you can use it for what you using it for. You know what I mean? All the
yeah,
platforms and shit, man. You know what I mean? I'm just letting you know, man. I see what you're doing, man, and I'm behind you 100%. And
I
shout out to
appreciate it.
George, man. Shout out to George Grundy for hooking me and you back up, man. He didn't even know I
Yes,
knew you.
sir.
Well, I said, my man, I said, me and E
I
go
know.
way back, man. I
Yes,
said
you
we
do.
go back. I said we go back to DNS Wireless when we had the pager shop on Cloud Road, the phone shop. I said that's my man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We said we go way back, but that's how God works in mysterious ways. He linked us back up. You know what I mean? And we gonna push, man. I'm gonna help you advocate, man. And that's what we gonna do, man. Let's get into this other video you had. E. Let's put it up. See what's
Okay.
happening with it. All right.
What's up, world? Eric Patrick Thomas broadcasting live from Flint, Michigan. And you see what's on my shirt? Uh, uh, uh. 20 plus years not being able to vote privately and independently. Today was the day. I told you when I left that broadcast last time it would never happen again. I would never say those words again. I was able to vote privately and independently. They had the equipment. The person was trained. The city of Flint trained the person to be able to use the equipment. There were some technical difficulties at first, but everything smoothed out. I will say that the headset, it's a little trick. It's a small headset, but I'll be able to take care of those things because after I was not able to vote, I went to the company that makes the equipment, and I am a licensed dealer for the equipment now. After they heard about my issues and trying to find this type of equipment. So I already told them to contact me, and we're gonna have a meeting at the state of Michigan hopefully and get some updated headsets. But I used the sip and puff. I was not able to broadcast in there or take a picture because I was actually voting, and I voted private and independent, so nobody was helping me. If I remember, I think I sipped to go down into the function, and then whenever I wanted to select, I just puffed a soft puff. Very similar of driving the wheelchair. So, victory! Victory! Like, victory! I'm telling you, man, advocacy, everybody out there that sent mass amount of letters and contacted the city of Flint, to tell them, hey, we're not gonna, this doesn't fly. But thank you, and thanks for sharing the videos on on social media. But today was the day I voted private and independently. Private and independently. And it's awesome. And I know that I'm able to, but I was talking to the technical person that was here, looking over all the voting equipment and stuff. And definitely, I want to be able to get other people to be able to vote private and independent that have not had that experience that or had that opportunity or had that right, you know. So hopefully, I mean, I know I'm able to vote today, but the state of Michigan, I got a whole plan for them. So we did it. Did it. Well, it's a small.
What's
Yes,
playing that video? E? Elaborate on that.
that's the first time that I was able to vote private and independently, where they had the assistive technology that I use, which I explained sip and puff. I use my breath on a straw that's attached to a headset to be able to mark the ballot, move the ballot forward, go back, just like somebody else that would use their fingers or uh, the rocker panel. There's a lot of different equipment items that are on there. I actually sent you a picture of the equipment on the Michigan.gov website. Um, yeah, so it was just like it was triumph, you know, it was that victory of that day. Victory for it was a big victory for me, but small for for Michigan. And then I knew that I had to go out there and make a change all across the board. You know, not just me voting, but for others. You know, that was the mission, anyways, for everybody in the state of Michigan that has a disability to vote private and independently. I mean, everybody should have that access, but specifically because I can focus on that. And yeah, you can see I was just watching that. It was a good feeling. It took a lot of work, took a lot of time off my life, learning the voting systems and Michigan voting laws and the actual systems, the voting systems that the state of Michigan uses and they contract, like Dominion, ES, and electronic voting system. Oh, and Heart voting system. Uh, and how that all works with the software, the technology, and where the money comes from the Help America Voting Act. You know, it took like 3 months, 4 months of my life, like so, but it felt good to be able to vote private independent. So that's uh that's the
So
best way to
so
explain that video.
so actually that was the first time like you could yourself. You didn't have to have your caregiver. Nobody could have to fill it out for you. You did it. Actually did it yourself, right?
Correct. Yeah. All I had to do is have the person at the polling location set up the headset with me. It comes in a bag, so they're throwaways. They're disposable headsets. And then once they put the straw and everything, then I told them I'm all good to go. And then yeah, everybody stay away from me and let me vote private independently.
Hey
And
man, hey man, that was a good look, man. Shout out. I'm glad they did that for you, man. Like you say, stand back. You know what I'm saying? Let me
yeah,
do my thing. You know what I mean? That had to be a hell of a feeling to you, man. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like you say, the independency of being able to vote yourself, not having nobody filling it out for you, man. And
yeah.
shit, man,
Um,
you gonna go through that same process today, right?
I
At 4
hope
o'clock.
so. I hope so. I really hope so.
Hey,
I
make sure you
really
hit
hope
me.
so.
Hey, I'm on it. You my reporter on the scene, baby. Don't we
Now,
go live? We go live from right there. I
yeah.
seen the link. We go live from right there. We gonna put them on blast. Y'all better have them right. State of Michigan, City of Flint. Y'all better have them right, man. Cause he gonna
Not
put y'all on blast if y'all ain't got it right. He
uh,
gonna put y'all on blast. You know
the
what I'm
people
saying?
that the people that stepped up for me after going through different civil rights organizations was Michigan Protection Advocacy, which is now called Disability Rights Michigan. They were like, they saw that video. They were like, we're not having it. They contacted the city of Flint. I think it was like less than a month. I was getting the phone call from the city clerk's office. We got the equipment. We got it. Like, for real. Because I told them I'm done talking. That's what I told Michigan Protection Advocacy. I'm done talking.
Right.
Like, tell them we are suing them, or, I did all that talking and negotiating, and I did that work. And it just took, that pressure from Disability Rights now, or Disability Rights Michigan. That's what it's called now. And they're
It's called disability right. They changed their name.
yeah, it used to be called Michigan Protection Advocacy, but now it's
Okay.
called Disability Rights Michigan. And
Okay.
and now they're also working on the education of people with disabilities, and the polling location and the poll workers here in Michigan. There's like a campaign that's going on, but there's a few parts, and I'm in it. I'm in the commercials. They haven't aired the commercials yet, but
You the poster boy.
no, there's a few more in there. But
Oh, okay.
but because of what happened, they thought I would be a perfect person to
Right.
be in the commercial. We shot them in Lansing
Okay.
like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Then that's like the first half of the campaign. Then the second half will actually show me showing the equipment, like getting like the word out to people with disabilities in the state of Michigan that yes, you can vote private independently. There is the equipment for it. But there are options now too. Like, let's there's the absentee ballot, but my
It
view
ain't
on
that, but the absentee ballot is not guaranteed. It's not a
right,
guarantee. You
and
know what I
somebody
mean?
and somebody may have to fill that out for them.
Right.
But
Right. Right.
there was one time when the pandemic was going on, I voted and I did a Facebook video uh, online because in 2020 there was a lawsuit. I forget the person's name. I sent you the link to it. It was Benson versus whatever it was. I think the person was blind.
Right.
So that made it where you can vote online, private and independently. Now, at that time, I didn't have any options because I didn't want to go to the polling locations with the pandemic. So I did it online. I've only done it online once. But anytime that I'm able to physically go to the polling location, be seen at the polling location, and also see how the polling location is and utilize that equipment that they have, then I will. As long as I can, then I will. I was on bed rest at one time when I went out there the first time I was able to. So that's how important it was. I was on bed rest with bed sore, and I still went. Um, so that's why I did today. They sent an absentee ballot, but I'm not. I made a point to go vote in person today so that I can make sure that they're having the equipment. And not just for me. That was the other thing too. When they got the equipment, they said, "We got it for you." I said, "No, no, no. You didn't get that for me. That's for everybody. It's not a special. This isn't special equipment. This is equipment so that the people in the community can vote. That's what it is. It's not." So I had to correct her on that because, that's what it is. Still there?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm here. I was just letting you
Okay.
elaborate. Yeah.
I didn't want. Ow, muscle spasm. And when polling locations are accessible, accessibility means barrier-free entryways, signage about accessible parking, and where wheelchair access is. Like removing any barriers. And a person could be blind. They could be deaf. They could be using a mobile device, or there's all different. There could be a little person. There could be intellectual. It could be developmental. Uh, there's a lot of different things that go into accessibility. So like a lot of times people think when I go and advocate for accessibility, they're always focused on the wheelchair part, but it's not that. There's way more that goes into accessibility. when we talk about disability, mental illness, there's a lot. Um, so when I go there, I look at things like that. Like, what if somebody was deaf? Is there an interpreter? There's someone that could actually interpret to the person, or something,
Right.
or all these different things. But the main thing is, man, when you go in above and beyond and open your doors to your community that's here, especially in Flint with the School for the Deaf and the Blind. I mean, you know, um, then you do good. I mean, then you make that mark or you make it. It's when you try to do the bare minimum, it's a failure. And when people go, especially when they're trying to hire someone to run this city or this state, or to be a part of working for the city and state.
Hey
Uh,
man, hey man,
and
I like the. I mean, to cut you off, I like the way when you said, they said the equipment is here for you, and you was like, no, it's not just for me. You know what I mean? So that was, you know what I'm saying? Um, shit, man. That you know what I'm saying? You like you said, you doing this for you and others. You know what I'm saying?
it's
Um,
yeah, uh,
that's the best part about it, man. You're not just being selfish. You're not worried about Eric. You're not worried about you. You worried about Eric and everybody else that's disabled that need that's the right. You know, have the right to vote and do it themselves independently. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, not just me,
Like I
people.
say, I'm gonna say it again, Eric. I'm gonna say it again. They they advocating for change for the LGBT community, but they don't never hear too much about for the disabled community. You know what I mean? And like I say, you're doing a great job, man, and keep doing it, man. Keep your foot on
Thanks.
it. You know what I'm saying, Eric? Keep. You know what I'm saying? Keep the pressure on their ass, man. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. You got to 24, almost 24 years of advocating. We've came a long ways, though. I mean, we just celebrated last Tuesday, July 26th was ADA Day, but it's it was a celebration for me and a lot of people, and a happy time to reflect on the advocates that pay homage to them, how far we've came in the independence, and then the next day putting into work what we got to, how much more we have to do. It was that one day just to take your advocacy hat off and celebrate the achievements. But I will say, well, when I got up in the morning and I looked on the TV, I didn't see any news station celebrating ADA Day. I didn't see like Good Morning America or any of them. We flipped through them. There wasn't like, hey, happy ADA Day. It's 32 years of people with disabilities independence,
Yeah,
and not even Google search bar. I have seen that thing change every day to whatever, like National Cookie Day or something. And they had
right.
nothing for
It's
ADA
all.
Day.
It's always
32
national.
years,
It's always National something day, but it's not. You know, nothing important,
nothing.
man.
It was
It'd be
nothing,
national.
man.
It'd be like National Hot Dog Day,
Yeah,
National Pet Your Pet Day, and all that bullshit, man. What about
yeah.
you know what I mean? What about the people that really need it day?
It
God damn
it
it,
it,
you know what I mean?
it, it was
Hey, Eric, what you think about the races going on so far in the city, man? The candidates, man. What's your opinion on that, man?
my opinion is I got better. I learned a lot more through your podcast and the candidates
All
that
right,
came
okay,
on, not just the one that I was on, but I've watched your other
good,
podcasts of
yeah,
like the different candidates coming on and stuff. So being able to really listen to them, watch their body language, I think that's always a good thing. How are they
okay.
communicators? Are they good communicators? Are they able to work with other people? Are they just so headstrong that they're not listening here and they're not listening there? Or they are willing to work and come together and do things differently. Like, are we going to do the same stuff, have the same results, or are we finally going to say, man, let's try something new? We've tried this. Like, why not? Why not see where we
I
can get
mean,
with this? I mean,
my thing is this: far as the mayor race go, okay, we got one in there. Absolutely might as well say not doing shit. Then you got um a one that already was mayor before in the past and trying to be mayor again, which they already
mhm,
had their chance. Then you got the newcomer in that's been on city council over 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he can make a change, man. Give him a chance. Everybody else that had their chances, man. All the candidates that had their chances but one. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't. I mean, I see Flint going in a messed up direction if we keep on with the same leadership we got already is in place. I don't see. I don't see. I see Flint going backwards, not forward, man. You know what I mean? And, it's just, man, it's about being a people person, um, connecting with the people, being accessible. See, that's my thing right there. E. Being accessible when I need you.
Yeah.
Like if we need, I'm just gonna say it, man. Like if we need Eric Mays, I can call him. He's accessible, man. I ain't got a snowball chance in hell to get in contact with Weaver or Neely. I'm just gonna put it on the floor, man. I'm just gonna start saying names, man. You know what I mean? Because you know why you know why I can contact Eric? Because he's a people person. I run into Eric at the corner store. I run into Eric at the gas station. I run into Eric at church. You get what I'm saying? Um, these
And
other people,
events
these
and
other
other
people,
events.
hey, these other people, Eric, I might as well see. I see on Channel 12 News and stuff like that. Like I see celebrities on the movie. That's the only time I see them. Only see them when they on the news stream or something. I don't. God forbid, if I want to reach out to them. Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you gotta get an appointment or with my secretary or some bullshit like that, which never is gonna happen. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna put it out there, man. Eric Mays is more accessible, man, to the people, man, and he cares about the people. You'll catch him probably 4 or 5 days out of the week up at the Hasselbrick Center with the older senior citizens. They love him, man. He's a people person, man. He's you know what I'm saying. He's for the people, man. Eric could go in there and take care of that business, man.
I
That's
used
just in my heart, man. Go
I,
ahead, man.
I I used to play wheelchair basketball at the Hasselbring.
Right,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, no. Like I listened to your podcast shows, and he was on there last night, even
right. Yeah, he was
just
on there last night.
just and going through certain things.
Hey, Eric, he the only one. He the only one to come and keep it real with me, man. I just extended my hand out to Neely several times. I just extended my hand out to Weaver several times. I guess I'm too ghetto and ratchet. That's what this dude in um uncensored politics of Flint, Michigan called me in the group. He called me on, but I love it. See, they don't understand this game. This broadcasting game and podcast game is no bad publicity, man. Publicity is publicity, man. Like I told him last night, you ain't doing nothing but making me more popular. You know what I'm saying? Call my shit ratchet. Call it ghetto. Guess what? The people gonna come on and see if I'm ghetto or ratchet like you say you is. But I'm saying all this to say this though. I just extended my hand out to the other. Don't nobody come through, but the people person, Eric. I can get Eric on the phone right now. Eric could be on this episode with us right now because he's accessible, man. And if, you know what I mean. You want somebody that's accessible, man. Not that I gotta. It's April 10th, and I can't get to see him to April 21st because I gotta make an appointment. All that shit. You know what I mean? Eric gonna get with you right then. He might be a couple hours, but he gonna get with you, man. And that's what I need. That's what I need, man. I need to be able to, I need somebody that's accessible, man. For any of my needs. It might be. You never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you want a people's mayor. You want a people person.
Yeah.
You want transparency too.
Yes.
I feel like with this water crisis the last 8 years, where's the transparency? Just
Exactly.
like when I do interviews, people are like, they're like, oh, you used to have that water crisis. I'm like, used to.
You don't want to get me on that shit, E, on the walk, man. Like
I know. I
all
know.
this goddamn money, man. That we had, man. That's what I was scared of, E, when it first dropped in 2016, which the water crisis was before 2016, but when it first hit the media, the mainstream,
Yeah.
the CNNs, the NBC, CBS's, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. When it hit the mainstream, I knew we was gonna get abundance of people to come with their hand out. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Shout out to what we had. We had Keisha Coles came through. She was hands on. Snoop Dogg came through. He was hands on. Uncle Russell Simmons came through. He was hands on. Then you had a bunch of people that just sent supplies and stuff to us because we was trending. And then, I was always saying, if you go look back at all my older videos, I was saying, telling the people that don't send no goodwill if you don't get meaning from the heart, because we don't do it to promote your next movie or your next whatever. You know what I'm saying? Do it from the heart, man, because we not no clown show. We serious
Yeah.
people. And for the, what I'm saying? I just didn't want us to be made out of a mockery, a clown, because we didn't deserve that. That's third world country shit, man. This
Yeah.
this a city inside the United States of America, man. And then make it so crazy. We surrounded in Michigan. We surrounded by bodies of water.
Great
How
Lakes.
the hell could this happen, man? I'm telling you how it happened. It was on purpose, man, because predominantly black town, man. Let's just face it. So I got a lot of Caucasian and white friends. You one of them, so I'm not on no racist shit. So I got a lot, but just face it. They sacrificed a few of their own to do what they did to us, man. Because it goes back to the GM day. Because Flint used to be, this motherfucker used to be striving, man. We had GM. When you grew up in this motherfucking city, man, it was like middle class, man. Flint was well off, man. This was a striving community, man. And when GM bagged out and fucked it up and dumped all their waste and shit in the goddamn Flint River, what you think was gonna happen? Then we got all the old ass pipes. Flint used to have good water, man. Cause I'm originally from Beecher, well, you know that, and they used
Yep.
to talk about us bad about our water, bro. See, I
They
was thinking
sure
about
did.
okay, So the difference between Beecher water, I'm gonna put it on the floor. The difference between Beecher water and Flint toxic water that we got now is Beecher water is just well water, man. It got
Nutrition.
minerals shit in it. It don't taste, it ain't the greatest, but it's not bad for you because it got minerals and vitamins and shit in it. You know what I'm saying? The just toxic shit that Flint got, it can kill you. That's the difference. See, beach water might be nasty, but it's not gonna kill you. And man, they used to rag on us about our water, man.
I
Beach
remember.
creature, they used to call us beach creatures. Y'all beach water niggas, all this shit. Now look what happened. You know what I'm saying? Now look what happened, man. You know what I'm saying? Flint used to have some good water, man. I used to go stay with my dad on the weekends, which he lived on Allen Street, and I'd take me like 4 gallons of water home with me to last me through the week. That's how good Flint water was, man. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden this shit hit, man. I started noticing shit. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. When I got home from the penitentiary in 2011, man, I started noticing then. I started buying, but I said I ain't drinking this shit. I said something's wrong with this water because it had a stench to it. It just wasn't right, and I just started buying bottles of water. And then 13, my tub filled up with water would start being brown and it had floaties and shit in it. And then 14, that shit just went berserk, man. Went crazy, man. You know what I mean? And now we
Yeah.
here. So like you say, 8 years later, man,
We're
and,
still here.
we still here, man. You know what I
I,
mean? And then you got Obama come and lie, drunk. Talking about he drunk. That probably was some filtered water he put in that cup. Talking about ain't nothing wrong with the water. I get on teleclass on live right now, and when people find out from Flint, the first thing they ask me, "Oh, we heard y'all water fixed." I'll be like, "Hell no, this water ain't fixed. The
right.
water, we still got poisonous water, and most of the world think the water is fixed, because we ain't trending no more. That's what I was saying. That's what I was worried about. We was trending once upon a time. Then I know when we got the line, like the donations was gonna slow down. I knew they was gonna close the water centers like they did the distribution centers. Now we on our own. Now we got to go out our own pocket, out our own dime, and go to Walmart and Kroger's and shit like that and get us some bottles of water, which ain't right, man. They did that shit to us, man. They should
So
still be supplying us with water, man. But now we got to go buy our own water, man, which is some bullshit, man. That's why I
what
be
a
saying, man. All this money came up missing, man. Ain't nobody said nothing about the money, man. Hey, I want you to get a chance. I'm gonna tag you in it. I got a teleclass I did in 2000, man. It's called
oh
"Where's the Money." It's called "Where's the Money," man. I want you to break that down, man. I want you to check that shit out. Cause man, where's the money, Where's the money, bro?
I don't know. Aren't they supposed to do like a forensic uh like check? Like I think that's what it's called, where they go and look and see where the money goes. I think
I
it's
don't
called a
know, but
forensic check.
I'm gonna tell you like this, I don't think it's over because see, one thing about the federal government, The feds come in and take the investigation, and they won't say nothing for years. And it
Yeah.
just pop out. That's what I think going on, bro. I think this shit is under a federal investigation, and they about know where the money at and about know who took it. And they ass gonna get a first class ticket to the federal penitentiary. You get what I'm telling you, E?
Yeah.
It's eventually gonna come out, man. And that's how the feds operate. They get quiet. It's quiet before the storm. It's quiet. It was
But
before I got hit.
it's still not
Before I
fixing
got hit,
us.
it was quiet. And then boom, next time my door getting kicked in. You know, that's how they operate, man. Quiet before the storm, man. You know what I
But
mean? And go ahead.
we still don't have clean drinking water. No matter whoever gets prosecuted, goes to prison. We're gonna
Yeah,
take clean drinking water and safe drinking water is the number one priority.
it's a right, man. It's
It's
a
just
fucking right. You know what? 70% of the world is water. E, did you know that? Did you know that? 70%. Google it when you get a chance. seventy
yeah, I
percent
have
of the
to.
earth is water, bro.
Huh.
It's for something that we got to pay for and something we get poisoned with.
So that's the other thing. What about the water bills?
Man,
That's
the water
that's
rate.
just an
That's
insult. That's
if
a
you notice,
that's
hey,
such an
E,
insult to make people pay water bills when the
yeah,
water is poisoned. That doesn't
yep,
like how
yep.
does that add up? How do they
How
think
it don't make sense
like how does
because
that make sense for a
it don't make
service? You're
sense.
supposed to not
Listen,
pay for a
it's only
service.
good. It's only good for toilet water, getting waste out the house. Other than that, I mean, you got to clean with it, but you don't want to. You got to bathe with it. You don't want to. What the fuck you gonna do? Pour 100 bottles of water in the tub? You know what I'm saying? Cause that shit, man, that shit ain't right, E man. And then they charging us high. If you they say Flint, Michigan got the highest rates in the whole United States water rates, bro. They say our bill is $55 before we use any ounce of water. It's $55.
Mm.
Just say I set my pipes off. Just say I set the line off from the street. I'm still got to pay $55 a month. Ain't that shit crazy?
It's it doesn't matter even what you have to pay for it. What's like mind boggling is that it's not healthy. It's not like any type of business anywhere
It ain't healthy. I understand that.
anywhere
Oh,
in the
pull me up.
if you go pay for something
Yeah.
and it's like you could buy a piece of food and they could add a condiment that you didn't want on it. They'd say, "Man, I'm not paying for this. You take that back." I mean, like it's so insulting to make people that are sitting here having to not use their water. They know it's bad. It's like, but I gotta pay on it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I don't even know how they thought. Like in that meeting, don't worry, we're gonna charge water bills to everybody here. And they'll be like, but there's a water crisis and it's poison. Well, that's okay. They'll still pay for it because we can shut them off and then take their house.
Hey, that yup, they can seize your property. Yup.
Yeah.
Hey, this go out. This right here. You know, Flint After Dark. This is the home of the big dummy. This go out to all them motherfuckers at the water plants and in Flint. They expect us to pay the bill, man. Hold on. This goes out to y'all, water people.
Yes, dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big cold-blooded dummy. You big dummy. See what you did? Oh no, you big dummy. Oh no, you big dummy. You dummy.
And that's another thing why we gotta get a change in the city because we can't keep going in the direction we going. E, you know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Somebody got to do something about these water rates, man. So
uh,
my damn water bill 1,500 right now, man.
it's there has to be change with the water bill, change with the water, transparency, communication with the city council and the mayor. Like there's that's just a little bit of it. We need to
Man,
know, like,
don't make me get on city council, man.
yeah, I know.
Man,
We
don't.
don't
Hey,
have enough time. We don't have enough time to even
no, we ain't got enough time because you gotta go vote in a minute. We ain't got enough time, but I'll tell you what.
eventually.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what. E, they a bunch of clowns down there, man. Um, they laughing at us all over the country, man. You know what? I ain't think it get no worse than city council, Detroit City Council. '08. I was locked up down in Detroit, and I used to follow they news, man. Man,
Oh yeah.
I ain't think it get no worse than that under the Kwame administration. the city council. Oh my God, man, it was horrible, man. And they got them Flint city current city council got them beat hands down. You know what I'm saying? I ain't think it get
I
no worse than that, man.
I've I've tried to watch like the live because Arthur will he would like have the live broadcast and I would try to watch it. Then I get so tired. Like it just drained me. Like and I was thinking
Shout out to my boy Arthur Wilson, man. Shout out
like yeah, shout out to Arthur. He always see that I would always be able to see like where he's at because he'd be at like every board meeting and city council meeting and so I'm like and that was on bed rest for like 820 plus days. So I was
Yeah,
getting my information.
Art know his shit. They can talk all that bullshit about Art.
Yeah.
Art know his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
Art
he's
come with
very
facts.
involved.
Art come with facts on their ass.
He does. He's very
Art come with paperwork and facts. That's
yeah,
why I
because
fuck with Art.
he'll pull that Freedom Information Act.
Oh yeah.
He'll be like, I got 200 pages right now
Yep.
with the facts. He doesn't even have to argue it because it's right there.
Nope.
It's right
Yeah,
there.
you gotta
Read it.
argue with you. When you got these stupid ass idiots that argue with him or doubt him and talk shit, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't on the same political agenda as they is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
that's how that go. So
Yeah.
they talk bad about Art. They talk bad about me. I'm belligerent. I'm ghetto. They talk bad about Hermes.
Yeah.
He belligerent. He
Answer that.
ghetto. You know what I'm saying? So fuck him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let these motherfuckers know. My belligerent ass. I got 2 bachelors. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 college degrees. You know what I'm saying? And half you motherfuckers be talking. Y'all probably didn't even graduate from high school. God damn it. I'm educated in the streets. I got a degree in the streets. I done been to the federal penitentiary. I done been to the state penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? I done been to the several county jails, which ain't none of this I'm saying nothing to glorify or condone, but I'm saying all this to say this. Y'all can't judge a book by its cover or just because I'm an ex felon or y'all feel I'm ghetto or belligerent. But I got more education than half you motherfuckers. That's my whole point, E. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
And
my
then
whole point, man.
it,
I got more education than you the motherfuckers that's calling me ghetto and ratchet. Ain't tell a bitch.
and then tell the audience what when you did once you did get out what you ended up doing with the books and the show and the barbecue.
Oh, they don't care, E. They don't support it, but I'm saying, hold on. Right now, yeah, I got a fucking water crisis, bro. I gotta get it to you too. Hold on, this one of my books right here.
Hmm.
Green pieces of paper to lick. You can get that on Amazon.com. This right here is a memoir. It's called Black Water. It's about the Flint water crisis, man. That's a, that right there should win double, triple platinum, man. It's about the water crisis. Let me see. Hold on. This right here, nothing is something to come up. You can get that on Amazon.com. Under 10 sales. Um, this right here, a media card. Me and my nephew invented, man. You put your instead of using them bulky flash drives, this right here fit inside your wallet, man.
Hmm.
Like, it more information, man. It's just know it's a upscale media card, man. And we finna
Okay.
make billions. We finna make billions from it. I'll send you the information later, E.
Okay.
Um, it's my marketing company, BFP Marketing. You know what I'm saying? Um, I got a cleaning out. Well, my wife got a cleaning company. This is our cleaning company right here. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? You know what I'm saying? That's this is my entertainment company right here. You know what I'm saying? It's my mentor program right here, Flint Urban Youth Mentors. You know what I'm saying? Flint Urban Youth Mentors. Motherfucker, don't they need to stop judging the book by its cover? That's only half. That's only half of it. E. See what I'm
The, the,
saying?
the barbecue and
They
the
need to stop
catering.
judge the book. You know what I'm saying? They don't know me. The people don't really know me, man. You know what
Well,
I mean?
they need to take time because
Yep.
everybody's got a backstory.
Yep.
Everybody's got a story.
Yep.
Everybody's now been like, I mean, it's what you do with it now. It's not about what happened in the past. It's about what you're doing now.
It's what you're doing to go forward. What you're doing to
Right.
moving forward. exactly. But yeah, I'm black. I'm blackballed all across the board. I'm triple E. You know what I'm saying? Um, I've been trying to been more diverse with my, you know what I'm saying. The other day I did a ministry podcast with Pastor Amo. Then
Mm-hmm.
we did the forum with all the candidates for the state reps, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing more than just what they call hood shit. I'm trying to be more diverse, letting people know I'm diverse because I can write urban, I can write mystery, I can anything, man. I can write a stage play, man. You know what I'm saying? I just dropped the script off yesterday, man. Mailed it to LA, man. Possibly getting a movie deal. You know what I'm saying? People
Nice.
don't they judge, they judging me and they don't know like I said my backstory. They only know me, man. They only know what I'm doing, man. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why. That's why people need to take time to ask people
Right.
instead of just assuming.
Assuming. Assumption.
Assumption.
Assumption can make an ass, can't it?
Assumption. What's the four? Have you ever heard the four agreements?
What's that?
There's they're like four agreements that are kind of like really good to like to live off of. Like
Mm-hmm.
that. Like I think one of them is do not assume. Uh, when you assume, you can. Then there's room for error instead of asking open questions or asking questions. It's called four agreements, and it's like be impeccable with your word. Your word is, with everything. Just be impeccable with it. It's been so long. I used to have it on my wall, and I used to know them. Do not do not gossip. I think you have to look it up. It's called the Four Agreements by
See, most
Don
of these
McGill.
people most of these people are easily moved. They mind will be manipulated. Like, let me give you an example. Like Eric Mays. They already coming in. They already don't like Eric. I call it the Kanye West syndrome. They already don't like Eric Mays because the people before him didn't like him, and the people before him don't like him. So they
Right,
already come in with a grudge or a block on their shoulder. They already come in instead of knowing. That's just like in the street. Just say me and you run in the street, Eric, and then um you tell me, T man, I don't like John, and then I'll be like, then I just be like, I don't like John. Only reason I don't like
uh,
John because you said because
right,
Eric just told me I'm like, no man, I got to get to know John myself and come to the conclusion. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So that's what's wrong with the people. Everybody be like, fuck Terrence Sales before they even know me or meet me. They already don't like me from jump. They, you know what I
Right.
mean? They, you know what I mean? But like I said, in this business, like I told that dude yesterday, I got to that group with, ain't no bad publicity in this business, and podcasting and broadcast. All you doing is make me popular. If you call me ghetto or ratchet, guess what? They gonna want to tune in and see if I'm ghetto or ratchet. You get me? So
Yeah, a lot of times the people that are tuning in the most viewers are usually
yeah,
your haters.
yeah,
They're the ones that
yeah.
don't like you,
So like, look,
but they're
all
coming
right,
on
like,
there to see what you didn't do,
like
so
right
that they
now,
can prove themselves what they thought.
yeah, right now, right, look, right now, it's only like about a couple people on this live. But
Yeah,
what they do, they wait till I get off because this it keeps playing and playing. They
yeah,
wait till I get off, and that's why I get all my views at. When I ain't on here, they go back and
yeah.
look at it, but they don't want to see me knowing who they is. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, because once they're watching,
Yeah,
on the
I can
back
know who
end.
watch.
Yeah,
I can know who watch. Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
Yeah, but
There's
once,
there's
but
no what was that star 69? Remember
yeah,
the house
like that,
phone where you
like
could
that.
block?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. If I remember
yeah.
that.
But once I get off, once we get off of here and we share it, we don't know who was watch. All we know is say views.
Yeah,
So that's what we have with that. So a
yeah.
lot of if you notice a lot of telecast, we ain't gonna get a lot of views until after we get off. Okay, but they don't want. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
They don't want me to know that they while them looking at it, that if I get a view, they supporting it. You get what I'm saying?
yeah. You never know.
Yeah,
One person could be on here and it changed their whole life for the positive.
yeah. If I can, that's my whole goal. E.
Yeah,
If I could just touch one person, man, it could be a
right.
1,000 people watch this video. Well, if me or you can touch one life, that's what it is, man. That's why you're inspiration, bro. You know what I'm
I
saying? This advocating for the disabled. And if you could just touch One person, man. You know what I mean? Each time you doing your job, man.
What
you want to say something in closing, E? Because almost 4 o'clock. You gotta get out of here, man. You gotta go vote.
the person that's taking me is not here yet.
Oh, okay, okay.
Once I going back to what you just said about that, when I do like the TikTok videos or you see me and stuff like that, I always think of like the whole world. Like so every single person is tuning in. Like 7 billion, isn't that what it is now? For 6 billion or whatever the number is. I'm just thinking like every single person right now at this very moment is watching. And then I like broadcast to that measure, like with energy or whatever it is. And even though if it was like one person watching, I I still like act like it's the whole world watching. That kind of that makes it like a difference.
Exactly. Exactly. Like it's like right now, I see 3 people watching. I'm putting it on like it's 300, like it's
Yeah,
3,000. You hear me? I'm gonna give the same energy
yeah,
in front of these 3 people that I'm gonna give to 3,000 people, and so forth, man.
yeah.
You know what
Those,
I'm saying? So
and those Taco Tuesday, we just said that Taco Tuesday video earlier. It does
Taco
take
Tuesday, hey, y'all go follow.
it
Y'all go
takes a lot
follow.
of energy.
Y'all what is it? What is it? Eric Thomas, bro.
Eric Patrick Thomas.
Eric Patrick Thomas. Y'all gonna follow his TikTok, and we got something coming real soon. Me and Eric gonna hook up. We're gonna start streaming some of his content through my TikTok. You know, we're gonna be good with y'all soon. We'll let y'all know what's going on. But right now
Tuesday,
Eric got the Taco Tuesdays. What is it? Inspiration Fridays?
Inspire Friday. Yeah, Inspire.
Inspired
Oh,
Fridays.
and Gratitude Talks is on Fridays too. So we do gratitude. So
Okay,
basically, it's
y'all.
kind of like whatever. Like, well, probably like I'll probably put the forum. So like when I did the forum on Friday, that'll be like a gratitude talk. So I'll talk about it and then be like, I'm happy and grateful that I was invited to be able to have that type of forum to actually to like ask those candidates questions that rarely ever get a chance to ask.
Right.
So yeah, usually gratitude talks is like with them the week, and then we do it on Friday. So it's like whatever. A lot of times it's like two or three things that I pick out that I'm like grateful for. There's
Well, I'm glad
obviously
you.
more. There's obviously a lot. Because I have people that help me every day in my personal life and business. So I'm
Right.
grateful for that. But like it's usually like certain events or certain things. So for like definitely last Friday will be a gratitude talk. And
Hey
then
man,
hopefully the
hey man,
voting will be one.
we was glad to have you, E. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you, man. I'm glad I'm glad I can make that. I made that happen for you, man. And
Yeah,
like I said, shout out to Grundy, to George
shout out to George.
for putting us back in contact with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's my man. I said, me and E go way back. You know what I'm
I,
saying?
I I told George too when he was telling me. I was like, he was like Beecher. I'm like, man, he probably knows me. I'm sure. Like, I know that area. Like I used
Yeah.
to. He was like, I don't know. We'll see.
Yep.
And they were like, as soon as you
Yep.
messaged me on Facebook, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh yeah, well,
Yep.
man,
Hey,
that goes
Hey,
way
hey,
back.
hey, 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 Eric, Red Leaf for life, Mafia.
I know. I remember, and I saw that poster on your
Yep.
Facebook.
Yeah. You see, I think you liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yep, yep. I remember that. I used to have that on
Mhm.
my wall back at Pine Shores.
Right. There you go. You know, we was connected, man. We was networking every day. You know what I'm saying
I
back
know.
then.
Look how it is now, though. If you imagine if we had this like social platform and
Man,
like
imagine if we had imagine we had social media back then, man.
I'm
Man.
just, I mean, what you're going way back to what you were talking about earlier in this broadcast about this like podcasting and the technology, the gift and the curse. But like,
Yeah.
we're at the point right now of age of information, and we are able to not have to rely on the big corporations like the media
Yep.
corporations to
Yep.
be able to push the independent,
Yep.
like actual real reporting, like real stuff. Because right now, like in this the way reporting is, and I've been talking about this a few days, people will go to a place like say it's like a news station. All they'll do is just report what the person said to them at the thing. There's really not that much investigative
Hey,
reporting
I'm gonna
anymore.
tell you I'm gonna tell you like this, E.
Yeah.
Social media, a lot of people I like me, I don't cut my TV on to 6 in the evening, which when I cut my TV on, because I'm catching local news
Right.
and I'm gonna catch the world news. I don't give a fuck. I'm watching the local news once a day at least, and I'm watching the world news.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it, man. Everybody else, it's social media, man. It's you get excuse me, you get most of your content or your news through social media, like you say. This
Yeah.
this 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 social media, man, and like you say, like I say, like we say, it could be a gift and a curse. In your situation, it's a gift. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? And you where you can get your, you know what I'm saying, you got a voice, man.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You still got a voice, man. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is one flick of a button. You got a voice, a camera. You got a camera and a button. You get
Yeah.
out to the world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that's happening for you. Same thing with me, man. I ain't no people person. I don't like being around people. I can get my content off without being around a bunch of people. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? And shit, man. It's been wonderful hooking back up with you. We just started, man. We just begun. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
just begun, man. We gonna you know what I mean? We're gonna continue to bring the people the good content and shit. I'm hooking up with you
Th-
now. Shit, you know shit that I don't know. Shit, we gonna do it. Like I said,
that-
we gonna figure out that TikTok. I gotta figure out how to put you as a co-host on that TikTok platform, and we're gonna keep on moving forward, bro. And we're gonna, I'm gonna continue to bring the people, no matter if the haters hate, let them hate. 'Cause like Yo Gotti say, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. You know what I'm saying? You know. And
um,
hey, I'm gonna keep my foot on their neck and make them hate me some more. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing and make them hate me some more, man. You got anything to say in closing, man?
just from yesterday, remember when I was messaging you,
Yeah.
when you were live, did you ever look up the ugly law?
No, I didn't. When
Yeah.
we get off, I'll look it up.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah. I'm sorry I couldn't get everything. When I was closing off, you was just posting.
I
You
know.
asked Eric Mays that question.
I know. I just caught
Yeah,
it. And I was like,
yeah,
oh,
yo. I'm talking. I was just closing out. I seen the comment, but I didn't
yeah.
read it. You know, like I got off. I said,
Well,
damn, that was Eric.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
we got the link, and Chicago has a inside the city hall has a
Where
mayor's.
did you send that to? E? You send it to my John O. Snow side, or where did you
Yeah,
send it to?
the
Okay,
mayor's. Well, I think I texted you to him. The mayor's office with people with disabilities.
all right,
So, and in Chicago, they're doing it, and they got the structure. So I just basically took the website link where it says how Chicago, because they let you know this is how we structure the mayor's office with people with
okay,
disabilities, so that other cities can do the same thing. So
okay,
hopefully we can get that, because that right there is a start. Because then they're now focusing on those issues and accessibility and voting and a lot of different things. It's a city count or it's a city hall like resource or hub,
right,
where it's it would it's the start, and it's the start of like saying we want the community of people with disabilities to be a part of the community.
right,
Because like I said, you know sometimes you feel visible, sometimes you feel invisible. They're like, man, they're like, come on, can we just like we bang here. I
right,
know that the world and the country wasn't made for people with disabilities. When people were in institutions and in homes, they didn't live independently. They were just sent to homes and nursing homes and institutions. But then once they made civil rights acts, they're like, okay, you have the right to be able to go out and be free now. Well, yeah, it was great, but somebody who's a wheelchair, you couldn't get into any federal building, any mail station, or any Secretary of State because there were stairs. There were stairs and curbs. There was no curb cuts yet.
right,
So that all kind of like they set a precedent. They set a person with a disability free, but the structure, the infrastructure wasn't built for them, for us. You know,
right.
uh,
Absolutely.
and it goes back even more. Where they use polio vaccinations. Like they tested vaccinations on people with disabilities. Like things like aspirin. Just a lot of tests. Subjects. We were like guinea pigs at one time. A lot of the testing and stuff in the early
Right,
1900s and the 1800s. It was just, it's awful. And like I told you about the ugly law, and I just looked it up again. the last city, I think it was in Chicago, was the last time that law was the last city that ever got rid of the law. But in San Francisco, when it started here in the U.S., it basically said like if you had a deformity or a disability or something of those matters, you could not be out in public. You could get a $25 fine, which equivalents to like $300 or $400 now. You could
What
also
year?
get
What year this was
25
created? E? When that?
25 days in jail for having it for being as they called it, ugly, disability, deformed. Yeah, look it up. It's called the ugly. It's right there. It's just like what?
That's crazy, man. I'm
Yeah,
definitely gonna look it up, man. I'm definitely gonna look that up, man. That's some
so
racist ass bullshit. I
yeah. So if
don't.
that was going on right now, when I went outside my door, from my house, if somebody out in public saw me, they could call the police and I could get fined. I'd get
Wow,
$25 fine, which is like $300,
that's
four
deep,
hundred
man.
dollars now, and then I could get 25 days in jail for being out in public.
Yeah.
So if you study the history and like you couldn't even go in public at one time, and then now you're not in the institution anymore. Now you have some rights. Now places are supposed to be accessible, and then the ADA and where the 32 years of things that were supposed to be accessible, uh, amongst a lot of other things, and then here we are. So it's like we've came a long ways, but when the original start of it was what
Yeah.
it was,
We
then
came a long way, but we
you
haven't,
start
man. You
yeah
know
you
what I'm
start
saying?
you start seeing that generational passing of everything of
Right.
going on. So you have to know that to be able to really make a change for things. I mean, that you're seeing a little more, as they call it, inclusion. Me myself, I would rather belong than be included. When you belong somewhere, when you're not there, that means they miss you. So I want to belong in this community, belong in this country. I just
Right.
don't want to be included, and it definitely is the diversity, because that's
Right.
that's old school. I want belonging, ownership, value. That's what I'm looking for. And it's just it's an everyday fight. But I mean, it's better when you look on TV. There are commercials now that are starting at people with disabilities. There are movies being made using actors that have disabilities playing the role, the acting role. Because before there would be people without a disability playing a disability role in a movie and then winning an award. Like 50 to 60% of the people that were winning at the what is it, the academies, right? Or they played some kind of character with a disability. But and why there were actual actors that worked nonstop in their acting craft, just happen to have some type of disability. And now that's there's starting to be inclusion waivers. So when someone makes a movie, it's called an inclusion waiver. So it might say, okay, if this person is deaf as the character, we need to find a deaf, actor or actress. We need to make sure that that's what it's authentic and not just someone playing the role, because that's what's been happening. And then also the story. It was the story being told by non-disabled people. So it's like, here's this movie being made, but they have no clue because they're not reaching out to people either.
Yep.
So they're just writing a story about what it's like to have a disability living in the US. And
Right.
it's totally false. And that gives the false narrative to the other people, to people that watch that movie or watch the TV show. And then you have to live up to that when you're out in the community. They say, well, everything's fine with you. You have a lawsuit or you have money or, you're rich and you have every medical equipment. There's a big false reality on what goes on. They don't see the
Yep.
struggle of trying to get their medical supplies, then how they're going to, pay for their medical bed or the bare minimum of the medical equipment that they're getting, or they need a
Yep.
wheelchair, but there's a certain function on the wheelchair that would really help their quality of life. But Medicaid and Medicare is like, no, we don't support that. We don't pay for that. So it's there's all types of things. They don't show
Yeah,
that. They don't show the real what it's like. What it's like to go somewhere.
right, right, right.
You know.
Yeah, yeah, man. We running short on time, but listen, right? Um, we going nuts tonight, man. Me and LPZ going. Me and LPZ going in tonight, man. We doing a regular show. Um, every Tuesday at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
After Dark podcast. Me and my nephew LPZ go crazy. Um, we'll be
Nice.
talking about we'll be talking about the election recap and other things and shit. Be around. I might call you. Might put you on. I call you. Put you on speakerphone and shit.
Okay.
We talk some shit, man. We gonna go nuts, man. We gonna go crazy. 9 o'clock. We that telecast is being broadcast on Media May XM Radio, man.
Okay.
We national, man. People think I'm a local joker, man. You can find my podcast on any Spotify, iHeartRadio, you name it, podcast, Deezers. Like I said, we streaming on Media May Radio, XM Radio. You know what I'm saying? We ain't no local jokers. We gonna get our voice. Our voice gonna be heard. We gonna you gonna hook up
Appreciate
to
it.
that TikTok and man, hey man, the hood gotta say the hood, man. Hey, we speak for the streets. We're gonna make the hood great again, man. Stop falling for the banana and the tailpipe smoking mirrors bullshit, man. I'm gonna get with you, E man. We out of here.
All right. I'm
Peace.
going to vote. Peace.
Okay, go vote, bro.
Thanks
Peace.
for having me
Call
on.
me if you need me. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.
Yeah. Thinking to myself like, what the fuck is going on? Asking God for help, like what the fuck I'm doing wrong. He ain't giving me no answers, I figured it out myself. Got tired of asking questions, I'm tired of looking for help. Man, I can't win for losing, I'm steady taking these losses. Had to bury greed and chink, same week, 2 different coffins. Man, that shit'll traumatize you when it ain't trying to. Everybody shedding tears, you trying not to cry too. They say they feel my pain, but they don't know how much I'm hurting. Mama told me pray, it usually help, but it ain't working. Just to numb this pain, I'm popping Perkins by the 30s.
You're now rocking with Terrence Sale on Flint's #1 online podcast, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.
It's your boy, Terrence Sales, a.k.a. Mr. Speak for the Streets, a.k.a. Big T, and you locked in to the #1 podcast in Flint, Michigan, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets. With my co-host, LPZ. We the new dynamic duo. We speak for the street. Peace.